A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy to Ukraine and Russia, retired Lieutenant General Kellogg, met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy in Kyiv on Monday, signaling a potential shift in the Trump administration's policy regarding the ongoing war, which has now entered its fourth year. The meeting comes as anticipation builds among Ukrainians following a series of mixed messages from the White House in the days leading up to this engagement. The backdrop of this meeting is a growing frustration within the Trump administration regarding Russian President Vladimir Putin's steadfastness in negotiations aimed at halting the conflict. President Trump, while speaking to reporters, indicated that the United States would be sending additional Patriot air defense systems to Ukraine, a move that reflects a more confrontational stance against Russia after previous efforts to broker a ceasefire fell flat. "I haven't agreed on the number yet, but they are going to have some," Trump stated, emphasizing the urgency of Ukraine's need for these defense systems. This announcement sets the stage for what Trump has described as a major statement regarding Russia, especially as Moscow has intensified its airstrikes against Ukraine. The U.S. president's growing exasperation with Putin has been evident, particularly as the Russian leader has continued to bombard Ukrainian cities with drones and missiles, defying calls for a ceasefire. Despite the announcement of military aid, it remains unclear whether Trump will commit to any new military assistance beyond utilizing the remaining $3.8 billion from a previous aid package approved under President Joe Biden's administration. Alongside military aid, a new sanctions bill against Russia is making its way through Congress, with Trump expressing confidence that the Senate will pass a tougher sanctions measure spearheaded by Senator Lindsey Graham. This legislation would empower Trump to impose hefty tariffs on U.S. trading partners that engage in purchasing Russian oil and gas, potentially disrupting global oil markets. The implications of these developments are significant, as a single Patriot battery system can exceed $1 billion, with each missile costing around $4 million. The U.S. administration is keen on ensuring that other NATO member states contribute to the funding of these weapons, with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte set to meet with Trump during a two-day visit to Washington. Additionally, Germany is reportedly negotiating with the Trump administration to provide Ukraine with more Patriot systems, further indicating a shift in the international response to the conflict. The recent pause in U.S. weapon shipments has raised concerns about America's commitment to supporting Ukraine. However, President Zelenskyy expressed optimism following a meeting with U.S. and European allies, indicating that discussions about ramping up military aid were underway. As the conflict continues to escalate, the urgency for military support has never been more critical for Ukraine. The arrival of Kellogg in Kyiv is expected to pave the way for further discussions regarding military assistance, as he plans to meet with key Ukrainian military and intelligence officials. The evolving dynamics of U.S. foreign policy towards Ukraine and Russia will undoubtedly shape the future of the conflict, with both sides bracing for an uncertain road ahead. As the situation develops, the international community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that can bring an end to the suffering endured by the Ukrainian people. In summary, the U.S. is poised to increase its military support for Ukraine, reflecting a significant shift in strategy amidst ongoing hostilities. With President Trump's administration under increasing pressure to respond to Russia's aggression, the upcoming days will be crucial in determining the next steps in this complex geopolitical landscape. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.